In this video, I'm going to help you save a ton of time and effort on your Amazon product sourcing using SellerAmp. I've gone ahead and picked out a couple of my absolute favorite features within SellerAmp where I think there's a lot of value you guys are going to get from this video. But if you're new to the channel, my name's Warner Fields from Fields of Profit. I'm a full-time 7-figure Amazon seller, and I'm super excited to show off a couple tips and tricks that help me make multiple 6 figures in profit every year on Amazon. And if you're brand new to the channel or want even more free resources to learn how to sell on Amazon, linked directly beneath me is my completely free Amazon seller Discord community. It's over 35,000 people in there, a ton of free information. Would love to see you in there, but let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, so I've gone ahead and pulled up this example product for us to go ahead and look at here. And I wanted to go ahead and show this off. There's a couple different things I'm gonna be talking about, but I wanted to show this one off specifically because there's gonna be a ton of items when you're sourcing on Amazon. So if we're looking at this item right here, something I was noticing down here on the Keep a chart is zooming out here to the year view and even the all-time view. Right now, it looks like Amazon is selling very consistently on this product, but it looks like last Christmas, they had a little bit of issues staying in stock. Amazon kind of went out of stock a little bit. And then the Christmas before that, Amazon was out of stock for almost a month. And you can see when Amazon was out of stock on this listing, usually they're selling it for like 16 bucks. But back here, 2 Christmases ago, it looks like this item was selling for between, $24, $25. We wouldn't be super interested in that, but it was selling for like 32 bucks up here at the peak. You're going to come across a ton of products like this one where it's definitely not a good buy right now. Amazon is consistently selling this product, but this is the type of product we don't want to forget about, right? So the same goes with, we just had back to school. Everybody knows backpacks and school supplies and all that kind of stuff was selling super well. While you're sourcing, you're going to come across items where this particular item, I might be interested in this, a month from now, 2 months from now, when we get closer to Christmas. I can check this. I can see if Amazon's going out of stock. I can see if there might be potential for the price to go up. Right now, it's a bad buy. Obviously, I wouldn't want to buy this product, but I don't want to forget about this product, right? So using SellerAmp, this is a feature I use all the time. Right here on the Google Sheets tab, you can see a couple different examples. In this case, I would just go ahead and click the Christmas button here because I do not want to forget about this product, but I want it to be neatly organized, right? And so this is just what that example spreadsheet looks like. You'd probably want some more information on here. All of this is configurable. You can change name, ASIN, you can add a whole bunch of other info as well. And I would do this for a bunch of other holidays. So you can see I got Easter, Halloween, back to school. I want to have those different places where I can come back to those items, look at that seasonality and make sure that I'm actually making a profit. And if you need a better way to kind of keep track of your leads as you're going, this is a great way to do it as well. Went ahead and put a name on here. If you got a virtual assistant, or if you just want to put your own leads that you found into a Google Sheet, you just go ahead and click their name or click your own name, send all that information to a Google Sheet, and then you've got it all nicely in one place. See, with just a click of a button, we're able to export all this data and we can export way more data. Whatever you want to do, again, it's super configurable, but definitely make sure you're taking advantage of the Google Sheets tab. That's going to help save you a ton of time, helps you remember profitable products, because as you go, you're going to get more and more data in your Amazon business. So it's up to you to make sure you're fully taking advantage of that data. This is a great way to do that. So this next feature of SellerAmp I want to go ahead and show off, make sure you're aware of, is something I do all the time. This applies to any clearance sections, really any website, any page you want to put it on. And honestly, it doesn't even have to be on a website, but we're going to be using SellerAmp over here to do some manual sourcing. So all I have to do is click the Chrome extension over here. It's going to pull up the side panel over here. So if I come across in this clearance section here, if I come across an item like this one, it's on clearance, it's a couple bucks off. It's probably not going to be a great profitable product, but I want to check that, right? And I don't want to have to go all the way over to Amazon and check all that. And there's just a lot of work involved in that, right? So instead, I could go ahead and copy this title, paste it over here, and then right away, I can see pretty immediately that Amazon's on this listing. It's selling for $10.47. We're only going to be able to buy it for $8.39. So we just immediately keep scrolling past on this product. And this helps me save a ton of time while I'm doing manual sourcing, where we're digging in, specifically looking at those websites. I've also done this on wholesale pricing sheets. So just to show you an example, let's say you got a wholesale price sheet. They've got some of this Lego stuff on there. You can just go ahead and click the SellerAmp button here. Go ahead and copy the title of this product. Then you can just go ahead and copy the title of the product, go ahead and paste it in here, and then it will immediately find that listing on Amazon for you. This is something that we do a good amount while we're looking through wholesale price sheets. That helps you manually source through those sheets. It leaves less up to the software, because as you do more and more manual sourcing, you're going to find items that other people aren't finding. So I'm a huge fan of using this feature of SellerAmp. Kind of get in here, manually dig through these websites, just kind of looking for things that stick out to me as something that could be worth looking up, right? So this one, for example, I've sold a little bit of that brand in the past. Logitech could be interesting as well, right? We can also go ahead and right click it and then click SaaS search, and that'll pull it up as well. Whichever one ends up being faster for you, feel free to pick your poison there. So I'm looking at an item like this. It looks like our buy box might be at 27 bucks. Looks like Target's selling it for $17. So we go ahead and calculate, see what kind of price we need to pay. We're pretty close to profitable here. So this would be something that's probably worth investigating a little bit further. It's probably going to be a little bit too tight on profit. Just out of curiosity's sake, we'll go ahead and plug it in. It may also not have a sales rank, so that would be a much bigger issue as well. So if we're buying this for 17 bucks, it's not quite there. The Keepa looks a little weird. So this isn't a great example of a product you'd want to flip, but right away, instead of having to go here and then copy and go over to Amazon and paste it and then try to find the right listing and all that kind of stuff, SellerAmp's help saves us a ton of time there, doing it on the page all for us all at once. I'm just trying to see if anything's sticking out to me, see if I can give you guys a lead just from initially looking through this page. Target clearance tends to not be the best. I went ahead and also pulled up this iHerb sale. Websites like this are a great place to manually source because websites like iHerb, there's plenty of other websites that are not on tactical arbitrage or those other scanning softwares that are going to automatically look through sites like this. So manually sourcing on those sites that have no software that works on them is a great way to find those extra leads, those leads that other people aren't finding. So I could go ahead and click through here knowing that this whole section I went ahead and picked out here is 26% off. So if I have a hunch that one of these items could potentially be profitable and I want to go ahead and look at the price, once again, I can just go ahead and right click, open up our SellerAmp search again over here. We'll go ahead and paste that in and we'll see if this item is selling on Amazon. And right away, we can see this item right here seems to be a match. We got the vitamin C serum. There's actually no cost pulling up there, which is interesting. Could be a suppressed buy box or something along those lines. Why don't we go ahead and give it a quick check here? So the price is actually 10 bucks over here on Amazon. So we definitely wouldn't be able to compete here. Probably the brand itself is selling on this listing if I had to guess. No, I guess just a lot of maybe a wholesale. It could be a really easy wholesale brand, something like that, where people are getting in here and selling it for $10 profitably. Hopefully they're profitable, right? So that's another great way that I would use this manual searching here. This is particularly effective on those clearance sections. I pulled up Target as an example, but go do this strategy on your favorite website you like to source from. Start copying, pasting those titles into SellerAmp on the side here. You're going to be able to rapidly get through those sales sections and figure out if items are worth investigating further, or if you can go ahead and skip clicking around through Amazon, looking at the charts, all that kind of stuff. This really just helps you refine that manual sourcing process. Looking at those websites, it's tedious, right? But using this little trick with SellerAmp is going to help save you a ton of time while you're doing it. This next strategy I want to go ahead and show off for you, I think is very, very slept on. A lot of you guys could benefit from doing something like this. So I went ahead and pulled up this example product. We were looking at this exact ice cream kit earlier in this video. So when I'm looking at this product, number one, what I went ahead and did there just to show you guys the star feature. When you star an item, it's going to show up in your history on SellerAmp. Definitely take advantage of your history if you're not already. So this is just my test account here with 2 items that I've favorited just as an example. But a really cool use case for this is starring all of the items that you actually do go ahead and buy. And then it kind of acts as a list of all the leads that you've sold in the past. It's a great place to kind of compile that. And then once those website sales that you purchased that lead come back, you know, once you've got those items where maybe they start getting discontinued, or for whatever reason that lead becomes good again, or you just don't want to forget about the lead, right? And you want to keep replenishing that item. Starring it is a great way here, and it's going to show up on your history. You're going to be able to see a ton of the items that you looked at in the past here. And if you want to go a step further and make sure you're one step ahead of the game, right? So in this case, we were looking at this item as a potential Amazon to Amazon flip, right? We wanted to maybe see if Amazon's going to start going out of stock again, see if we can flip it for 30 to 33 bucks. That was kind of our game plan with this item here. So in that case, if I want to store that information, in this case, I would grab the URL for Amazon, could go over here to my lookup details, go ahead and paste that, I go ahead and click enter. And now I know that when I looked at this item in the past, my source was Amazon.com. So if it comes back to Christmas time, I want to go ahead and look at this item. You know, I'm clicking around here. I'm going back to my Christmas sheet. Let's go ahead and open this up just as an example. So we are looking for this little Lego van here. And so now that I stored my source within SellerAmp here, if you come back a month later or a year later, you can go ahead and scroll down here on SellerAmp and you can see right there, my source was Amazon.com. Just in case I forget in the future, you know, I want to come back to this lead. Now all I have to do is go ahead and click Amazon.com. It's going to show me exactly where I was going to buy this product from. And the same goes for this mouse that we were looking at earlier. Let's say we wanted to go ahead and add this to our SellerAmp account. All you'd have to do is go ahead and grab the URL up here from the top, go ahead and paste it into SellerAmp, and now it's going to save it. And then in the future, if you wanted to come back to this item, reorder, remember where you bought it from, all that good stuff, you could just go ahead and save it up here, click target.com. It's going to take you right to where you bought the item from. This is awesome because especially as you scale, you're going to start forgetting where you bought certain items from. And even if you didn't forget where you bought it from, it's going to make it really handy just to have that link all in one place. And you can see how powerful it would be if you have a full history section of all the items you're buying. You've gone ahead and thrown those links in there to those source sites that you're buying it from. Then there's going to be a ton of data on this history site. And then as you expand expand and add sources and favorited items, those items that you did buy in the past, this list is going to become an extremely powerful list of both profitable products that you bought in the past and exactly where you bought them from. And over time, you can see how powerful that data would become as you're able to just continually reorder. Just based on the work you've already done in the past, you're going to make a ton more money. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, just kind of showing off a couple of my favorite ways to save time and effort using SellerAmp. And if you did want to go ahead and start implementing SellerAmp in your Amazon business today, go ahead and head to SellerAmp.com. Go ahead and activate that 2-week free trial. The features I showed off in the video alone would be worth the tool for me. So I'm confident you'll be able to go out and make a ton of money using SellerAmp. But if you guys do have any questions or comments, anything like that, feel free to drop those down below. I'm always happy to answer those. Also, go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. That helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.